Today's episode is brought to you by Gustafson and Sons Towing, located at 29 Davis Road in Milanville, Pennsylvania. Gustafson and Sons Towing can handle a variety of services that you may need. Aside from 24-hour towing, they also handle winch outs, long hauls, shed moving, small or medium storage container moving, lockouts, jump starts, emergency roadside fuel delivery, and roadside emergency tire repairs. Got a junk car that you want removed? He'll buy that too and get it off your property. Go ahead and check him out over on Facebook at Gustafson and Sons Towing, on TikTok at Gustafson Sons Towing, or give him a call at 570-280-5890. If your car needs a ride but your wallet doesn't, call Gustafson and Sons Towing, 570-280-5890.
All right, y'all, it's the Nonsense and Deep Thoughts Podcast.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Sunday, and welcome to another fabulous episode of the NDT Podcast. Aaron, Justin, how are you guys doing tonight?
Hey, fuck you, Corey.
I switched it up for you. You should be happy about that.
I liked it the other way.
Oh, now you want me to go back to fantastic?
I think what you need to do is every episode that starts, you need to think of an adjective that starts with F.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Justin wants me to be creative again. We'll go back to that creativity. I can do this. Do you have faith in me?
I do.
Justin doesn't. That's all right. Well, it's the end of the weekend here. You guys had something exciting that you got to do this past week. You had something. When did you go? Thursday, right?
Yep.
Thursday. So why don't you tell us about your trip?
I'm still tired from this.
Fuck
Yeah,
you.
Yeah, Justin never sleeps when we take road trips. He tries to stay
I
awake
get
for
right out of
40
work
hours.
and I'm going on a road trip.
And we tell him, sleep in the car. Doesn't listen. He's up watching breaks on whatnot and trying to buy baseball cards. He just won't shut up. Like, go to sleep, dude. We're good. It took us 3 hours to get to Topgolf, which was in Edison, New Jersey, which, by the way, we have to go down there.
It's
Because
so
right
much
next
fun.
door is the largest go-kart track in North America, apparently.
Nice.
Like, literally, we saw it through the net. I was like, holy shit. But Topgolf was amazing. I'd never been. I don't think Justin's ever been either.
No.
But it's like virtual games. We were playing Angry Birds, hitting these balls into the driving range. They had a monitor behind you, and you could see like where you had to aim your shot. It was amazing how it worked. But we were
That's pretty
hitting
neat.
balls. Yeah, it was so cool. And knocking stuff over. Like, we'd hit the ball and turn around, look real quick instead of watching where the ball was going.
It was so much fun.
Like a couple of giant fucking kids.
Oh,
That's
dude.
exactly what it was. And
It was
for
awesome.
midday on a Thursday, that place was fucking packed.
It's because nobody works anymore. I
There's
swear to
100
God.
There's 100 bays though. Like, that's a lot. And it was what,
Yeah.
$50 an hour? Like, they
Yeah.
made
Per person.
money.
No.
Yeah. No, it's for the hour. You could throw 6 people in your bay. It's $50 an hour.
Okay.
So, which isn't at the grand scheme of things bad.
It's not terrible.
No, we were busy for the full 2 hours. The food was really cheap.
You got a lot of swings in the time that you're in
Get
there.
tired.
Yeah, I think we played like 4 rounds of golf in there.
This dumbass. We switched to a different mode. What was it, like the target mode where you had to like land it in the targets to get points? I asked him, Aaron, can you change players because you got 20 shots before your game was over? He's like, no, it's on me, and then it'll go to the next, and he hits 20 in a row. Me and Chris are like, nope, you can change the names.
I didn't know
You can pick who's up.
because every other game mode we were in, it would automatically switch you over.
Yeah.
So the one we were in, I was sweating. It was horrible. I
Gross,
sat down. I was
Hilarious.
like, oh. But then after this is all done, because we played for 2 hours, we had to go north. Went to Yankee Stadium. Wanted to see my guys clinch the division against the Orioles, which I'd never rooted against my team so much because they had to win one game and they'd won Sunday, so that took their magic number to 1. So I wanted them to lose Tuesday and Wednesday, which I felt terrible doing. Wednesday, they started making this comeback. They still lost 9-7. And then I'm thinking, great, they're going to fucking lose when we're there because now they're in a lull. But they ended up just smoking the Orioles, which I was very happy about. It was a really cool day. We got to meet John Sterling, the legendary broadcaster of the New York Yankees, the voice of them for years as we were going in. Wednesday, the night before we were going, on a whim, I said, we had Brian Hoke on the show. Let me send him an email and see if he's going to be around. He answered my email almost immediately and said, hey, yeah, I'll be there. Let me know when you're there. So
That's awesome.
we got outside like 20 after 5. We were waiting to get in. I said, hey, they're not going to let us in until 5:30. Like, I'll shoot you another email. He goes, just text me when you get upstairs. Meet me outside of this section. I'll come right out. Got up there, texted him. He was outside literally in seconds. And we were with him for 15, 20 minutes?
Yep.
That's cool, man.
A cool guy.
BSing
with him.
I did upgrade his card collection a little bit to try to make some good connections.
Yeah.
I gave him a T206 cigarette card from the set that the Honus Wagner card was in, not the Honus Wagner card. I would have kept that, but I gave him a card and we talked about that. And then he was texting me during the game, like, this card is so cool. Like, thank you so much. Like, yo. So we did make a good connection with him. He did say he's going to come back on the show sometime and talk some more baseball with us. So I was happy we were able to do that. So overall, it was a good day. The Yankees won. Justin had to wear a Juan Soto t-shirt.
The highlight of Aaron's day was my shirt being burned, forcing me to buy a t-shirt that had a Yankee logo on it. I had to buy Soto because he's gonna be on the other side of New York next year.
He's not gonna be a Met. Not gonna be a Met, bro. Sorry. But no, it was a good day.
The highlight of that game for me was roll call. Being in that was awesome. I did not participate. I wouldn't have felt right, but it was just awesome to be in that.
You sat and filmed on StreamYard.
Yep.
I didn't realize it was going to go live on StreamYard, but that was a cool moment. I told you guys it was going to be cool. That's where the crazies are. So it was a good time. Really was a good overall experience. So
that was my first time at the new Yankee Stadium, and it was beautiful.
Yeah. No, I think it's awesome that that Brian actually took the time to come out and hang out with you guys and chat with you guys.
Oh yeah,
genuine guy. So that's really nice. That's nice.
He really is. Like, he's not.
Aaron had to grab my attention because I didn't realize he had come out. We were watching Jackson Holiday take batting practice.
Yeah, you were.
I have a vested interest in that guy right now.
Yeah. Why is that?
I have a card that's worth a lot of money.
This card.
As of right now, right? As of right
That's
now.
why I have a vested interest in him doing well. His batting practice session was very good.
I didn't know that's what you were watching. I'm standing there talking with him. We were bullshitting, whatever. And I'm like, yo, guys, he's here if you want to say hello. So, but no, super down to earth. Fun. Super cool, dude.
Good.
We didn't spend too much money. I almost talked Justin into buying an Eli Manning signed helmet, but he was afraid to do it.
Yeah.
It's great that they sell them there. Isn't it beautiful?
$700. You could have had one. So, but overall, good. What'd you think of the food? Food was good, right?
The chicken was good. The hot dog,
We won't tell the chicken story.
Why not?
No chicken story.
We'll tell the chicken story off stream.
Yep.
That we will do.
That's not coming out here. But enough about us.
How was your week?
Well, my weekend went quick. My week was fun. We had planned yesterday to have a little bit of a get together, and the rain came through, and we still told people, you can come over, we'll chill on the porch. So we got to relax on the porch with a couple of people last night and hang out, have a few drinks, and just bullshit for a while. So that was fun. We're going to continue tonight with our guests. We have a special guest for tonight. It looks like he might be having some camera trouble back there in the backstage area. So maybe we'll just play this out for a couple seconds longer and see if he can figure out his issues there. Alex said Justin ignored my phone call and didn't show up.
Justin.
Oh,
I thought it was canceled. It was raining, and then I got home.
It was raining.
And I napped, and I woke up, and I was like,
passed the fuck out.
And I think, if I recall correctly, next week, I think he might be set. Next week is going to be the first time in a while that it's just us.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a fun time next week. But since our guest is ready to go now, we're going to bring him on to the show. He is Josh of the Josh and Paulie Show. They have a unique podcast. It's a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. And if you don't have a good sense of humor, shame on you. So without further ado, here's Josh.
Making waves with the Josh and Paulie flow, ripping down walls with the truth they bestow. No sugarcoating, just raw like a fire, triggering minds, igniting the desire. Comedy gold with a razor sharp bite. Josh and Paulie Show, truth we can't hide. Raising our voices, let's turn the tide. No more crybabies, let's bring the heat. In a world of fate, they're the realest beat.
Welcome to the show, Josh.
Dude, the animation was hilarious. That was awesome.
I knew you were gonna love that. Jared made this a little while ago, and he sent it to me. So while he's not with us tonight, he did play a part in all of this. And he sends it to me, and he's like, "Do you think he'll be okay with this? You think he'll get mad about this?" I'm like, "Dude, he's gonna love that." I was like, "Don't you worry about it." Josh has a great sense of humor, and he's gonna love that fucking video.
No, that was great. Kudos to Jared.
Let's start there.
Yeah.
Why did you like the animation?
It was cool. We touched on the whole bear or man in the woods thing on one of our episodes, and just all the terrible reviews. I think it's great. I think every one of our negative reviews is from someone who hasn't listened to the podcast at all. And so it always gives me a laugh. So it was nice. I was laughing my ass off at that.
It's literally one person who disagrees and gets upset, and then it's like the bat signal goes up to all their friends. Hey, come do this. Yeah. Come flood this guy's page with negative shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. And it seems like people are more motivated to leave negative reviews than go out and leave somebody a positive review. I think because they're like, oh, I could destroy their page real quick, and so it's fun though.
Yeah, it is really tough because with the positive reviews, what people don't understand is the reviews do make or break your page. So for those of you listening, if you enjoy the show, please do us a huge favor and go to the page and leave a review. Let us know why you like it, because the more positive reviews you get, the more your page gets seen. That's just how it works. It's how the algorithm works. How was it dealing with that negativity for the first time like that? Because when you put yourself out there, there's always going to be someone. What's bound to happen eventually. Someone's going to come at you with some negativity, try to mess with you. So how was it dealing with that for the first time?
I feel like I'm kind of used to it because I was always like kind of a hobbyist troll before I started podcasting. And so I've definitely pissed people off on the internet a good, 1,000 times before that. But so that's kind of how I felt about it. And then I realized after a while that, these people coming and leaving their negative reviews with no positive reviews, Facebook is just going to start showing my stuff less and less and less. And so then nobody ever sees it again. And after that, I'm kind of like, man, these people, but it's whatever, it's a good time. I like trolling the people that leave negative reviews. They get mad and it's fun.
Some people are just so angry all the time.
Yeah.
It's something I try to teach my kids, man. It's this whole mentality of don't sweat the small things. And it's something I've heard since the time I was young. So I try to instill it in my kids, but it seems like it's something hard for people to get past. You know, people get upset about every little fucking thing.
Well, people take stuff a lot too seriously on the internet. It's like you automatically think the person you're arguing with is an idiot, right? And so why are you so concerned about what an idiot on the internet thinks? You know?
And solid point.
Yeah.
Alex in chat there, my wife, she says, my best friend bought a shirt that says, I choose the bear. She didn't realize what it meant. She was wearing it last weekend when I saw her and she had just Googled it. That's awesome. I didn't know she did that. I love it. So, all right, why don't you tell us a little bit about your show? What got you started with podcasting? Who your podcasting partner is, and why you guys do what you do?
Me and Paulie were gym buddies, and so on the way we drive to the gym together, and on the way to the gym we would do would you rathers every day. It just became a thing, and I'm like, dude, these are really good. We should do a podcast about it. And so initially we had a block of probably 7 episodes where we had like 7 or 8 questions, would you rather questions every episode, and we just run through them. And then we realized that that's not a sustainable practice, and so we quickly dialed it back to 1 to 2 questions an episode. But then we had to fill the rest of the show with stuff, so we just ended up becoming, like, in general, a comedy podcast with some would you rathers added in.
I dig that style. I like the uniqueness of the would you rathers. And then it's the rest of your show is a lot like our show when we just sit down with the 3 of us here, and it's just bullshitting about whatever comes to mind at any given point in time and trying to be lighthearted about everything.
Yeah, I try not to script the show. I like it better as just letting the conversation fly, although I do always have some pointers that, you know, I want to touch on. So I feel like the less scripted the better with podcasting.
Yeah, I used to come to the show with some bullet points, and Justin would always tease me about it. Right,
you
Justin?
used to come to the show with fucking pages.
That was when we first started.
Bullet points, pages.
That was when we first started. Like, I would write out a bunch of shit that I wanted to talk about. So eventually he won me over, and I stopped really preparing and scripting things and writing notes and stuff. So we just kind of adopted. Yeah, we just kind of adopted Justin's mentality of, you know, just flying by the seat of your pants.
Nice. It works out good for you guys?
Most of the time, I suppose.
We're still here.
That's good.
We just wing it. There are times that we'll get ready for a show, and I'm looking at our topic because I at least like to have a topic in mind going into it, so you know what you're going to talk about. And I'm like, dude, I don't know how we're going to
talk about it.
I don't know how we're going to fill. And see, that's just it too. But I'm like, I don't know how we're going to fill an hour. Justin's like, we'll get there. We always get there. But I don't see. That's the other thing. I don't care if we talk about the shit that we intended to talk about, because I love veering off course as long as the conversation flows in that direction. I'm good with it.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
It's funny how the two of you are such opposites. Like, you're a planner, Corey.
Mm-hmm.
Justin's not, and I'm kind of in the middle. I like to see both of your points of view. I understand having a topic to go with, but I also know how fast that shit just goes south, and we always fill the time. So I don't know. I don't stress it.
I love it though. Like, I love when we go off course. I love it. I just
bullshit my way through anything.
You just gotta have a talking point. You gotta have somewhere to start. That's it. Get somewhere to start. You're good.
Hey, what's up? Done.
Yeah. So you guys are on a little bit of a hiatus right now, right, Josh?
Yeah, Paulie's going through some stuff in his life, and he just wants to take a break from the podcasting for a while. I am looking into doing something else in the podcasting world. For the time being, but I don't know what that'll be. Lately, I've just been going on podcasts with other people. I went on a Twisted Tales podcast the other week and did the Edgewood Arsenal story, which dude, Chris, the guy who runs that podcast, does so much research. It was ridiculous. He had like 36 pages of notes, and I went in from like having studied it a couple years before, like hardly any notes, anything, totally unprepared, and he just like was going on and on about stuff I'd never even heard about the place. So it was really cool. He did a deep dive for me on that.
Yeah, it's for a show like Chris does, where he talks about the specifics of different stories and everything. You kind of gotta have a script for something like that. That one's tough to do in the same kind of manner that we do the things that we do.
Yeah, it would suck if he wasn't doing his research, but he does so much research. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, he does a really good job with this shit.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm just hopping on other podcasts for the time being and doing a couple little things, but you know, I'm preoccupied with other stuff too. I make you guys do like any gaming at all?
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys like turn-based RPGs?
I'm a big Final Fantasy fan.
Sweet. I use RPG Maker MV and I make these little turn-based RPG games, and it's so fun. I spent so many hours just ticking around this.
What's the one that you were working on when I first met you? I know you had posted you posted a lot about this one that you were working on. I can't remember the name of it.
I was doing a playthrough of Caden's Adventure, and then I posted some of my like developing Stacy's Adventure because it's not done yet. And I just make adventure games for my friends, and it's all about their life, and I just put a bunch of inside jokes, and it's fun. It's fun.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we do the gaming show on Friday nights, so you'll have to join us over there to talk some gaming shit one of these days.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's a lot of fun. Jared and I met through gaming. We met through Twitch because I was a Twitch streamer. He would post videos and stuff from time to time, but he was on Twitch a lot too, and that's how we connected. And then we ended up rolling into the podcast thing that Justin and I started. And I stopped doing Twitch. We started doing the podcast more and more, and this is where we're at. Because I think we're good at this. I think we do a good job, and we have fun with this.
You guys are really good at the getting everything coordinated for your live streams and all of that. I figure once you do it all the time, it's not as much of a problem, but I always have issues with that. The technical issues are
live. Let me tell you, man, live streaming is fun. There's all kinds of shit that could go wrong, right, guys?
Listen, you saw it happen 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, for sure. I'm always like, oh no, something's gonna completely ruin the thing. You know, I get all nervous about it. But
yeah, but you know what? At the end of the day, we're not really making a ton of money on this, so I try not to worry too much about things. Yeah. But yeah, it's 3 weeks in a row I got booted out of my own damn studio here.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Or we had the bad thunderstorm during the wrestling show, and Jared was the only one here.
Yes,
and Jared knows nothing about wrestling, and he's like, so it was awesome.
Yeah, that was great. So we're on our wrestling conversation, and then I got booted and they got booted because Justin was actually at Aaron's house that night.
At my house.
And we lost our power due to the storm, and I'm like, oh shit. So I pull up my phone, and there I see Jared pops out onto the screen. He's like, so yeah, I don't know anything about wrestling. And we're like fucking rushing, trying to get back in.
Yeah,
a lot of fun stuff that happens,
it was
man.
A race to see who got back in first. It was awesome.
It was
super fun.
That's great.
All right, so you said you had a would you rather in your pocket for us tonight.
Yeah. So this is a recycler, but it's my favorite one. Would you rather teach? Hold it. Got to pull out my notes. Would you rather teach a group of deaf children to sing in a choir, or teach a group of blind children to run an obstacle course?
I'll let you guys answer first, because either way, I think we're going to hell.
I feel like the singing in a choir is the
harder
less
of the
difficult.
two.
Well, I mean, how good do they have to sing is the question. If they got to sing good, then yeah, might be the harder one. But the obstacle course would be hilarious.
Sensory.
Yeah,
that would be. I think that would be easier to teach.
The obstacle course, because you're like, just take 4 steps. All right. No,
right? Because
Right.
it's
Climb
easier
over
to
the wall.
communicate with. They're easier to communicate with.
for sure. That's true. You don't have to learn sign language to communicate.
You can
with them.
tell them, hey, 5 steps. You got to climb over this wall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why am I
And
envisioning that
Teaching them how
contest
to
show
do it doesn't
Wipeout?
mean they're doing it alone. You're going to be
Yeah.
with them as they do it too.
Well, it would be funny if they had to start out full speed though. So you're like, run 7 steps, and then you're like, sorry, run 6 steps. And
See, like I'm imagining Wipeout, like these blind kids doing that Wipeout game show.
yeah, that's how it would be like.
And I
Except you
feel
wouldn't
like
even
that
have
would
to
be
Wipeout.
like, do you have to be, do they have to be successful at it, or is this just for
Yeah,
entertainment?
you got to
purposes?
teach them to complete the course.
Oh man, well,
You
I
gotta
don't
spend
know.
the time.
I was saying, if it's just for entertainment purposes,
Obviously,
might be
blind
fun.
kids. Yeah, because the deaf kids trying to sing in a choir isn't that entertaining.
have you ever seen?
Listen, listen. From somebody who
Can't
has
listen.
been involved in the deaf community before,
Yeah.
it would be way more hilarious to watch a deaf choir
Really?
sing.
You just said
Yes.
watch a deaf choir sing. How do you watch someone sing? You listen. Are you blind too?
No, you watch it too.
You know what I meant, but oh my god, that would be
You ever-
hilarious.
You ever see the videos of? I think it was in Brazil. They had a deaf singer on some kind of game show, like the voice that they have down
Yes.
there. It was like a deaf singer, and they're like all applauding her, like she's fantastic. And
It's
it
pretty good.
sounded awful.
Oh
It
no.
was terrible. They're just being nice to her. I mean,
Yeah.
yay, but oh my god, this is where I would love to have
terrible.
Jared back there so he could look up this video and find it for us and play it for us and naturally get our video removed from
Listen,
all
listening to
platforms.
somebody who's tone deaf sing is hard.
Bad en-
Yeah.
yes.
Well, I imagine
bad.
that it would be possible for somebody who's deaf to learn to sing well. You just have to really put in the time,
So
You'd have to
is
learn a
it-
completely different way to hear the notes.
you'd have to figure out the
Yeah.
pitch, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because you can feel the vibrations, so that is kind of working in your favor. It's not like being completely blind where you got no sense of sight at all. It's like you got a little bit of sense of like sound, something bassy, you can feel it. There's sound around you.
Now, is it easier for someone who was born deaf, or do you think it would be easier for someone who became deaf because of an accident to learn how to
Was
sing?
Beethoven totally deaf?
Yes.
And
So Beethoven did it with his ear on the
Yeah, it's
piano,
crazy.
obviously, which kind of amplifies it. But yeah, I'm saying the vibrations are a big thing.
but didn't he do that based off of math?
Off of math?
Like his
Really?
like writing his compositions. Yeah, but he's still gotta like test listen to it. That'd be really weird to just be writing pieces on math and not having any idea what they sound like.
That is very interesting. I never think about that. I completely forgot that he was deaf.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that is something I would like to know more about, is how he went about figuring all this out.
Well, on the piano, there's a lot of feel. You can feel that, especially if you're deaf.
Yeah.
If you can't hear it, he's feeling the vibration.
Yeah, he would put his ear to the piano.
Let's ask the guy who plays piano and see if you can feel.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you cannot feel the notes you're playing on a piano.
Yeah.
You can feel the vibration of striking the key, but you cannot feel what note it is.
Yeah,
You
he
know
put
you're
his
pressing the note.
He put his ear on the piano though, and he could feel the vibrations of the notes through the wood. I'm
Well, that
sure.
might be,
better
but you
than like
can't-
just
yeah.
through air,
I'm gonna try that after we're done here. I'm gonna go downstairs and put my ear on my piano.
That's
Yeah.
still crazy though,
I'm
because
not
like,
saying it's
what-
not possible. I just never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
How
You
is
also
it
have to
that
understand he would have been more in tune with that feeling though.
Right, because he can't actually hear.
Because he wouldn't be in tune with the music.
but what is it that made him think wow, this is something that sounds good based on these vibrations. I can tell through these vibrations that this pattern of notes together sounds incredible.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is a good thing to talk. We should talk.
I
with
wonder if
Derek
he was
about
deaf
this.
from birth, or if he could
He
hear at one
probably
point.
it was probably like if he would hear live music or music. I know they feel that
Yeah.
Figured it out.
because so I dated a girl
got it.
who had deaf parents, and they would always have music on, and they were like always bouncing to it on beat. Like they can feel that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they get a sense of rhythm at the very least. If they don't have a perfect sense of pitch, they definitely have a sense of rhythm
So
from the vibrations and the music and all that.
Stacy said he said he used ear trumpets to channel sound and cut the legs off the piano so vibrations through the floor and body.
Oh,
Yes,
ear
but Beethoven was born.
trumpets.
I think he started going deaf in his 20s, and by the time he was like 45-ish, he was completely deaf.
So he came from doing music, not being deaf. So he knew what everything sounded like beforehand, and so he just adapted
makes-
to the vibration thing. I wonder what it would be
makes a
like
big
if somebody was
difference.
deaf from birth. Yeah.
It's like the Daredevil situation, heightened senses everywhere else, right? Like they can't see. Daredevil can't see,
Yeah.
but the rest of the senses are all heightened. But I thought that maybe, I thought I had the answer before, Stacy told us he was not born deaf.
Yep.
I was just gonna say drugs. Because then he could see the music, you just see the music
Yeah.
as you're
That
playing, you
too.
see it float up into the air, you're like, yeah, that combo, that bangs. I like it.
Yeah.
I just think it's amazing that a guy like, say, Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles that are blind. I know there's a certain feel to the piano. Like you can, when you start learning to play, you're very dependent on staring at those keys and learning where it is. But now, as I've gotten older and play more, I don't need to look at it. So it's cool that they were able to do that without
From the start.
stopping staring at it. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Is he really blind?
I think so. Shaquille O'Neal doesn't think so, but I believe he is. Well, did you guys ever see the America's Got Talent audition for Cody Lee?
No.
I'll send you guys the link. This kid was blind. He's autistic.
Yes.
Amazing. And he actually won the show. It's amazing what this kid was able to do. I'll send you the link for it.
That's pretty cool.
So, yeah, it was really cool to watch. I'd pull out now. You'd probably get banned.
Fuck it. Listen, it's a live show. As long as our live show doesn't get shut off, I'm cool. Whatever happens after that, just got to let people know. Make sure you're in the live show. So you're here to hang out with us and chat with us, man, and give us your thoughts right here in real time as it all happens. Don't miss the good shit.
Yeah, and smash the fucking like button, guys.
Damn straight. Alex says, I've seen clips of him that I'm like, is he really blind? Yeah, like where someone's walking over to him to shake his hand and he reaches out his hand before the other guy does.
Well, if you notice, though, there's always somebody next to him that's
Aloha,
telling
Dan.
him what's about to happen.
Oh,
Because I saw a clip that Lady Gaga was blowing him a kiss at the MVAs the one time, or the Grammys, wherever he was. And the internet is so closed-minded that they just showed him doing this. But if you rewind 5 seconds before, the lady leans in and says she's blowing you a kiss, and that's when he does it back. So,
even when he follows people with his eyes,
well, maybe he's following their scent.
it's that Daredevil thing, man. I'm telling you, he's like Daredevil, where like he can sense like their whole figure walking by.
That's like the book of
every
Eli.
vibration.
He could just pick him off right now if he wanted to.
Oh, man, that was a good movie. I forgot about that movie.
That movie was pretty good.
You're not my supervisor. You can't tell me what to do. What's going on, Eli? How you doing tonight, man? What were we even talking about? I don't know, but that's why I like this. You just go,
Would you
this
rather?
way, that
Yeah,
way.
which one you would rather do? The blind obstacle course? or
Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah. That's right. That's right. The obstacle
Death
course.
Choir.
I still think that one would be more fun. Well, the media loves to only show half of stuff.
Aaron,
Yeah, all the
what's your
time.
answer?
Oh, yeah. He didn't give an answer.
Yeah, I'm gonna abstain.
He's like, I still want to try to get upstairs one day. You know, we're all going to hell anyway. That's fine.
I'm teaching the blind kids to get through the obstacle course. You just got to pad it up.
Yeah, me too. I think that's more fun.
Yeah, it'd just be fun.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like Wipeout, man. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find this video to show you guys.
Okay.
Because this is incredible.
In the meantime,
It's
talking about videos, I just watched a video yesterday of this fucking moose that this guy encountered in the middle of the woods in Maine. Have you seen this video yet?
No.
Where he walked up on him, like laying down.
He was, I don't know what he was doing, but when the video clip started, the guy standing there behind a couple of small trees, like little saplings, and this fucking gigantic moose comes walking in. And the way this moose is looking at him, I gotta keep saying moose just for you, Justin. But the way it's looking at him, it's the creepiest thing. I didn't know a moose could be so goddamn creepy. I had no idea. And it's scary as shit.
Charge too. They're violent.
Like, oh my god,
meat are pretty mean.
Didn't this one? It had like its rubbing still hanging, didn't it?
It might have. I don't know, but there's a couple of videos out there like that. It just, I want to go to Maine. Maine sounds fun.
Yeah, I never hung out with a moose. It'd be cool to go hang out with a moose, but from a distance.
I was telling my wife I wouldn't mind moving to Montana, and she goes, I saw this beautiful property up in Montana, gorgeous property, but they have wolves in their backyard and grizzly bears. She's not about that. I'm like, it'll be fine.
Scary.
You just teach the kids to shoot. We'll be okay.
It would be so nice to be out there.
New property is so much cheaper up in Montana.
They have mountain lions out there too.
We have mountain lions here. Don't let people trick you.
We got
They're
mountain
not
lions
here. My ass. They try to say that they're not here in Pennsylvania. They're full of shit.
But that's why
They've got some of them,
they're illegal to shoot because there's not a season for them.
You guys got some crazy stuff over in Arizona.
Oh yeah.
You have to check your shoes for scorpions and shit.
Yeah, we got at least two of the most painful top 5 most painful sting bugs in our state: the velvet ant and the tarantula hawk.
Oh
yeah.
Screw those things, man.
Yeah, the tarantula hawks are beautiful though. They're like, their body's like blue and their wings are like orange and they like glow in the sun. And they
eat tarantulas.
Yeah, and they eat tarantulas, and I appreciate them from afar, and I don't mess with them at all. Never messed with a tarantula hawk, and they never messed with me.
Eli said it reminds him of the story Kevin Hart told with the ostrich chasing him. Anybody know this story? I don't know if I remember that story from Kevin Hart, but
is the ostrich now in jail?
Wow.
And what, named P. Diddy?
I was waiting. At some point it was gonna come up.
All right, so we want to talk about Diddy, or is that where we're going with this episode?
Oh man, I mean,
I haven't looked into it that much.
Allegedly, right, Al?
Oh, we lost his camera.
Allegedly, yeah, we lost your camera, Josh.
Well, I found this audition. You want to show this while he's trying to get squared up?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, let me see if I can show.
You gotta load it up, right?
Allegedly,
yeah.
Allegedly, there's a lot more to come out, but I can tell you one thing. Somebody said this in February.
She's talking about Letterkenny, the fucking ostrich fuckers. They allegedly fucked an ostrich. Fucking love that show. If you never watched it, you got to watch that.
This is the kid we were talking about that's blind and autistic. I'm sure you guys have seen this before.
They sat him down at the piano and his mother gives him that, little pep talk.
She told him a day there's going to be like 20 film cameras on. Ready?
Yeah.
Video from America's Got Talent, folks. It's not our product. Don't cancel us.
Waiting for the first note to be hit.
I was just thinking, please be good. Please be good.
FYI, YouTube.
I was seconds away from going, okay, maybe this is too much for you. Well, you can come back on another day.
You're going to get canceled for this.
100%.
places in my life and time.
That moment when he opens his mouth the first time.
I saw a lot of songs, and I made some bad rhymes. I've acted out my life in stages, 10,000 people watching, yeah. We're alone now, and I'm singing this song to you. Oh, there's no space or time. I love you from my life. You're a friend of mine. But when my life is over, remember we're together.
He's got to be like pitch perfect too.
We're alone now, and I'm singing the song to you.
That's his calm space. Being autistic, that's his calm space.
I'm singing a song to you.
Damn, dude. Crazy. Crazy. I wish I had any amount of musical talent. Any amount. And everybody is going to find out this Christmas just how little I actually have. You guys can't wait
I'm
for this.
so stoked to do this. It's going to be fun regardless. So, that's
Says
all
the guy who can actually sing.
I'll have a good time with it, bro.
We
It's
made
only
a promise last year, so we got to actually
That's
hold
it.
up our end of the
We
bargain.
have to hold up our end of the bargain. We have to do our
Fuck.
fundraising part for it. It's going to be a good time.
Fuck. Yes.
It's only 5
and
songs.
The NDT podcast needs to get some more equipment, so any fundraising that we can do to help that out. We have something else coming up too that we are still waiting on, Aaron. And I can't wait for that. The baseball.
Yes. Yes.
No,
So
Johnny, not yet. We do not have a plan for the parade yet, but I do want to reach out and make a post for Facebook letting everybody know that we are planning to be in the Honesdale Halloween parade this year with Gustafson and Sons Towing. If anybody would like to walk the parade with us and help us pass out candy to all the little ones, please reach out and let us know, especially our sponsors. If anybody wants to pitch in to help get some candy, because apparently it's expensive as shit. I can't wait. Can't wait.
Johnny, when we send our forms in, do you want me to, Corey, do we have to send Johnny's form on ours or separately?
I think if we're walking together, we could probably do with. I'll ask Chris, but I'm pretty sure we can send them both in together, like as one group.
Okay.
The Gustafson and Sons Towing and NDT podcast.
All right. I'm gonna
Right.
dress up as a Batman character, the Diddler.
And speaking of sponsors, we're gonna take a second right here to pay a couple bills. Tonight's show is sponsored by Queen Bee Cleaning Company. Queen Bee Cleaning Company services Wayne County and the surrounding areas within a 1-hour radius. Their services include residential cleaning, commercial cleanings, post-construction cleanups, move-ins and move-outs. Yes, they do the packing and cleaning for you. Real estate cleanings, deep cleans, event cleanups, window cleaning, interior, exterior, and screens, junk removal, and boat detailing. Yes, you heard that right, boat detailing. You can hire them weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, one-time jobs as needed. It doesn't matter. They offer all natural cleaning options as well using chemical-safe products. All estimates are free. When you need to find a cleaning company, think Queen Bee, because when your environment is clean, you feel happy, motivated, and healthy. To contact them for all of your cleaning needs, call 570-229-3959 or email them at qbcleaningcompany@gmail.com. All right.
You have another Would You Rather, don't you, Josh?
I got more that I could pull out of the hat.
But he said he had 2.
Nah, I just do 1 or 2 on my
All right.
podcast. That's
Don't
what I
worry
was
about it,
saying.
dude. Nope.
I got more. I could
The
pull
last
more
one
out
was
of the
enough
hat.
for me, bro.
Would you rather always be sticky
didn't even
or always
answer
be
it.
itchy? Yeah, you
Dude,
didn't even
that
answer
one
my
is
last one.
that one's crazy.
What was it now?
We'll start with Aaron for this one. Ask him again.
Would you rather always be sticky or always be itchy? And so we'll say sticky is like a level of like always being covered in syrup, right?
Itchy.
But you don't make everything you touch sticky.
Itchy.
You just, it's how you feel.
I'd
And
rather
itchy is
scratch.
like you just crawled through insulation and then you just have to live with that.
Hands
rest of
down
your life.
itchy all day long.
Now with the sticky, if you touch shit, will it then stick to you, or is
No.
it just how your skin feels?
No, you're just sticky. Yeah, your skin's like sticking to itself. You kind of stick to stuff. It's gross. You're walking across the floor. Your shoes are sticky. You're just sticky.
Like nasty humidity sticky.
No, like
Like someone
like
poured
syrup.
syrup or honey on you.
yeah,
like you
you're
left the
covered in
Diddy party
syrup.
sticky.
Yeah,
Itchy.
or itchy like
Itchy.
1,000 mosquito bites.
Itchy.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I could handle itchy better, but I hate being itchy, bro. I hate being itchy.
I hate being itchy. I hate anytime a mosquito bites me. I hate mosquitoes. It's the only animal, like species, that I support eradicating, and I don't even care about the consequences. Let the consequences roll out. Get rid of them.
Everything's supposed to have a purpose, but what the fuck's the purpose of a mosquito?
I think
don't
it's
get it.
something about immunity or some shit.
Ugh.
But fuck that.
Your skin would hurt if you were always itchy from scratching, though. True. And no matter what you do to it, you can't calm it down. No lotions are going to help.
That'd be shitty.
Thinking about it that way, I'm probably saying sticky.
I'd always be sticky. I'd crawl through
I'd feel like I'd have to
ventilation.
be in the shower all the fucking time. No.
How would you even try to sleep like that? Oh no.
It's the same with itchy, like Josh
Yeah.
says. If you're feeling like you have insulation on you, man, that fiberglass shit is awful.
I think eventually you would adjust to that type of sensation compared to being sticky all the time.
Oh, sticky would be so terrible. Yeah, because you can never get over the fact that you like have you ever like walked across a sticky floor and your shoes just kind of
I'm gonna liken this to like people that do acupuncture therapy. Eventually they have to do more acupuncture for them to. So I think eventually your body's just gonna get used to that sensation.
it's just gonna be cool with you.
Okay, Eli's got it right here, man. He figured it out. If we didn't have mosquitoes, they wouldn't have a plot device for Jurassic Park to revive it. You're right. They were here for that movie. That was their purpose. They served their purpose.
That's true. I never thought of it like that.
Okay,
You
now
you said damn the consequences though.
Yeah, I mean, we could get rid of Jurassic Park if it means I'll never have to get bit by another mosquito. No disrespect to Steven Spielberg.
I was watching something the other day where this scientist woman was talking about how Jurassic Park explained recreating dinosaurs and how they replaced the genetic code with the genetic code of frogs. And she's like, that's not what we're trying to do. Now, was it satire? I don't know. Was it a real scientist? I don't know. Now I need to go back and look again because she's like, what we're doing here is we now know that they are closely related to birds. So we are using bird DNA. I'm like, why the fuck? If this is real, why the fuck are we doing this? Because I know they're recreating shit.
You know they're recreating the mammoth.
That's what I was gonna get to that. They're trying to recreate the mammoth.
You just don't bring back like a T-Rex, you know?
They
You
had their
start
shot.
with like smaller, more manageable shit.
I don't think you bring anything back. Everything has had its shot. You don't recreate it. I'm
They're-
with Jeff Goldblum on this one.
So they're trying. The reason they're trying to bring back the mammoth, and now they're mixing the DNA that they found frozen in the tundra or whatever with Asian elephants. That's how they're trying to do it with them.
Good.
So the reason they're doing that is because they want to repopulate the tundras over in Siberia so that the mammoths can repack the permafrost, because something about the permafrost is melting and that's going to be catastrophic, this, that, and the other. I'm not a scientist. I don't fucking know.
It'll help slow down global warming.
Yeah, that
They
had something
make
to
a
do with
bunch
it.
of mammoths.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, I don't know, but I know they're working on doing this with a lot of extinct species, and not just dinosaurs and shit like that, but other extinct species. Tasmanian devil, they were trying to bring back, and a couple others.
See,
But-
that I'd be down to play with.
See,
Yeah.
Tasmanian devil,
You'd
they think
down
it's
to play with
extinct,
it.
but there's been photos of it.
In New Jersey,
No.
That's wild.
the Jersey Devil.
Did you see they released a bunch of GMO mosquitoes in Florida?
Really?
Yeah, so the GMO mosquitoes will mate with the normal mosquitoes, and then the eggs, their offspring, will be sterile. And so then it kills off the mosquitoes in that area.
Interesting.
Yeah, so they're going for that too.
So it must be like
they're
it must be wild.
putting your idea into action. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, it's happening.
Let's
I'm
kill
in
mosquitoes
support.
And
bring back
did
the
you-
man.
Did you hear about the Bill
Can we
Gates
do that
mosquitoes
with
too?
mayflies too?
I don't know. Maybe it was Bill Gates that did it.
Did you hear about the Bill Gates mosquitoes where he's like, injecting them with the vaccine, and now they're going around and injecting the vaccine into everybody? Don't cancel us! Don't cancel us!
Don't talk
Anyway.
about the backs, dude.
Anyway,
No,
we're gonna get to that in a couple of episodes.
Fake meat.
Yes, that's fucking crazy. But before we move
Buying
on
up all
to
the
fake
farmland,
meat,
getting rid of the farms.
before we move on to fake meat, I want to touch on dinosaurs just for one more second, because did you know that the skeleton of a T-Rex looks very similar to that of an ostrich? So what can we get from that
They
information?
had wings.
It was a fucking dragon.
Yep.
That's right. Damn straight. Anyway, fake meat. What?
Yeah,
Justin's
lab
just
grown
sitting there.
meat.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're making that stuff. There's no way, man. Like I wouldn't be able to. Something that was just grown in a lab, I couldn't eat that.
It just is not as good. That's the whole thing. If I'm gonna eat veggies, I'm just gonna eat veggies. I don't need to make them into some shit they're not.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Oh, you're
though, it's
talking
not-
about the lab grown meat that's
Yes,
Yeah,
I was gonna say it's not like
replicated
fake meat.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
real tissue. It's like
yeah,
real.
don't they just like hook the tissue to a battery and turn the energy into
I'm not
in the
sure how
meat?
the process
know what
works,
they're
but they
doing,
figured
but-
something out, and
They just
I
keep
think-
like cloning it.
see, I missed Jared tonight. I think there are some states that have approved it to be sold in their stores
Yeah.
already. There's some places that have approved it to be sold.
Yeah.
And that's just, I don't think I could do it.
Yeah.
Plus,
You
if
think
they
the-
are going to sell it, they should have to label it as such. Lab
The
grown
vegans will
meat.
hop on it.
I don't know.
Aaron's
'Cause
playing
it-
Jared right now.
At that point, there's no
Intensely looking.
animals being harmed, right?
Right. Except for the initial ones that you get the
Well, we
DNA
do know
from, but after that, no more.
we do know
Yeah, I
who
don't
owns
know.
the most farmland in the United States.
Oh yeah,
So it's-
really.
It says here that is no cultivated meat is also known as cultivated meat, and it's produced by growing animal cells in a lab instead of raising and slaughtering animals. So the cells can come from animal biopsies, fertilized chicken eggs, or feathers. The cells are grown in bioreactors with nutrients like amino acids, and once the meat is ready, it's collected and processed.
How do the vegans feel about it?
I don't know, but I just
Let me Google that too.
again, I feel
Yo,
like
there's a holy shit. Hold on. Vegans have mixed feelings about lab-grown meat, also known as cultivated, because of ethical and personal beliefs. Some vegans believe that lab-grown meat doesn't meet the traditional definition of veganism because it's made from animal cells and byproducts. I'm done reading this. Holy shit, I can't believe it's actually a thing.
Yeah.
I missed that comment. I'm
I knew
convinced
they
that
would-
Florida's trying to murder the rest of the world.
Oh shit. Florida's crazy, dude. They got gators. They got reticulated the pythons that are eating the gators. They're
Man,
going wild.
All because people release pets.
so
This
I
is
just
like
have this
alligator.
I have this problem with science because, just because we can doesn't mean we should
Oh yeah, like
in
with the
some
mosquitoes.
aspects. Like we're playing God now, and when humans try to play God, shit gets fucked up.
Yeah, I was kidding about
And-
being in support of the mosquito thing. Actually, it's fucking creepy.
It's just something. There's something off about it. I don't feel right about the lab grown meat thing.
Oh yeah,
It just sounds gross.
yeah.
It
It's
sounds gross.
I like my meat from an animal that was alive that I could talk to. You know,
Yeah.
that's
So
build a relationship with.
Have a face.
We're down a weird hole now. We were on Bill Gates. Bill Gates
What's
has
like
gone on record saying he wants to depopulate the world.
Yeah,
correct.
Back in the 90s, right?
These Florida GMO mosquitoes. Bill Gates has a lot of motherfucking money.
Yeah,
this is a trial for
GMO
something.
Mosquitoes. They're like, we're gonna get the mosquitoes to bite people. We don't even care about the making the other mosquitoes sterile. That's a dumb idea.
They can clone
mosquitoes.
They can clone things now, or they could probably create a fucking baby at this point that's a GMO and start it there.
Yeah, they could make mosquitoes that don't bite people to replace the current mosquitoes.
So, did you ever watch the show Sweet Tooth on Netflix?
Yeah, I think it's with the mutant kids.
The reindeer kid. Yeah, the reindeer kid. And then there's a bunch of other like mutant kids that are part animal.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't watched it, Aaron and Justin, make sure you watch that. Really good series. But that kid in the beginning was created in a lab.
Yeah. Yeah, and see what happened to him.
I'm just saying.
Dude, I was pissed off at that kid in that show. He was just fucking everything up. One time after the other, just being a dumbass. And then that guy that was begrudgingly helping him had to save him on every occasion. It was terrible.
Eli said, I can't get that mad at Bill Gates because I still think Thanos was right. Half the population gone. There's going to be a point where it's like there's too many people on this planet and we'll be better described as a virus than as, a mammal, an animal. They're gonna remember us in history billions of years in the future as a virus.
We're already canceled. They've already failed with trying to sterilize the country once.
I think they're trying to selectively get the people that they don't want to reproduce to stop reproducing by certain means and get all those people into a certain category.
Booster number 5265.
Yeah, or just not reproducing by other means, like not having kids because you don't want to and stuff like that. And it's a big old like cultural war. Like a lot of the working class is like, that God and country and family. And a lot of the not working class is not like that.
That too.
Man, that's gonna be a whole other episode. That's gonna be a whole other hour worth of content right there.
I'm on one tonight. I'm okay.
I see that. But listen, you mentioned vaccines before, and before we wind down for the night here, I'm going to let you know we have a guest coming on in a couple of weeks. We are going to touch on that subject, the subject of vaccines and the positives, the negatives, and everything in between on that. And it's going to be a mature discussion. So I don't want people in chat that are just going to be there yelling, screaming, and fighting. But come to that episode. We'll let you know when it's going to be. Have a conversation. Let us know your experiences with everything. We'll let you know ours. That's going to be one that might rile some people up. And I'm so looking forward to it because I love the divisive conversations where people can actually sit down, have a meaningful conversation, and maybe, just maybe, take something away from it.
Can we discuss the fact that
I have to cover all sides now.
That's not a vaccine?
I didn't call it that.
I had to laugh
because I wasn't referring to that.
I had to laugh at Alex's comment because please have a positive discussion about vaccines.
Well, she's saying positives because I said the positives about it, the negatives about it.
Right. But that's what I mean. Like,
I'm covering all bases here, folks. And I'm not just talking about the most recent vaccine issues that we had in this country.
The history of vaccines.
The history of vaccines, especially when it comes to children and the vaccine schedule and how different it was back in the 60s compared to what they try to make kids take nowadays.
Thank you for clarifying that, because this would have turned into a shit show about the past one.
Yeah, it's not going to be focused on that. It's not going to be focused on that. It might come up at the end, but it will. This has a lot more to do with children and growth and all that. So it should be a fun one. I can't wait. Guys, you have anything else for tonight before we head out?
We'll tell you the chicken story off air.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Just
Josh,
be
don't
ready.
run away.
Yeah, we hang out backstage for a couple minutes after the show, so you don't have to run away if you don't want to. You
Sweet.
can hang
Yeah,
out and chill
thanks.
with us for a little
Thanks
bit.
for having me on, guys. I appreciate it. I'd
Oh, it was
do it
awesome.
again anytime.
Absolutely, man. Is there anything you want to promote? Like I know again you're on hiatus, but is there anything you want to promote? Anywhere people can follow you and check out your stuff, keep up with you for when you do get back to things?
I stream on Twitch at Slab Live Gaming, my me creating my little RPG games so far, and of course the Josh and Paulie show on Facebook and Josh and Paulie Show on Spotify.
Perfect, guys. Make sure you go check them out over here on Facebook. Keep up with everything in Slab Lab Gaming over on Twitch for all the video game stuff. Josh, we're gonna have you on the gaming show again at some point. Talk about some video game stuff.
Hell yeah!
So we'll do that. Justin, Aaron, anything else for tonight?
I've got to watch a
No,
game
sir.
tonight. Bills are on.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us and hanging out with us and Josh from the Josh and Paulie Show. Until next time, everybody, we will see you all
Later.
Peace out.
Keep on diddling.